The 14 articles, part of a resolution passed on the 11th of this month of February and focusing on Paul Rusesabagina, basically called the defendant an internationally decorated hero who could not get justice in Rwanda. The resolutions were examined by Rwanda's Parliamentary Standing Committee on Foreign Affairs, Cooperation and Security in the Senate and the Committee on Foreign Affairs and Cooperation in the Chamber of Deputies, and this is what the chairperson of the latter had to say. The members of the committee found the resolutions to be full of lies and is generally geared towards criticizing our institutions and meddling in Rwanda's justice system, using Paul Rusesabagina's case as an excuse to do so. The members also found the resolution to infringe on the sovereignty and functioning of our country's institutions. The resolution was also found to disregard the principle of judicial independence, as well as deny and negate the 1994 genocide that was perpetrated against Tutsis, basing on the terms used in it. The members also observed that the resolution gives itself the right to issue directives towards court cases that are still ongoing, yet this is not something that can be done in their own countries. Rwandan parliamentarians have also pointed out that the European Parliament ignored the innocent lives that were lost as a result of the FLN attacks in Rwanda, a group part of the coalition of parties that calls itself the MRCD, that was led by Paul Rusesabagina, who also took responsibility for their attacks.
But they also ignored the fact that Rusesabagina himself admitted that he provided support to the FLN group that is fighting the government of Rwanda and has continued to claim Rwandan lives. Honorable Speaker, it's unfortunate that such a person who has openly admitted to supporting such groups is declared innocent by those parliaments. These people have turned a blind eye to the truth and think that any Rwandan who gets another nationality can then come back and try to destabilize Rwanda. It became necessary that we speak on this, as we did last time, so that we can show that what the European Parliament did is too much and infringes on the leadership of other countries, ignoring that Rwanda is an independent country with its own sovereignty and that it has laws it abides by, that the judiciary is independent and does not take instructions from anybody as our constitution requires, as well as international norms. That resolution by the European Parliament, with all its articles, is a clear violation of the country's sovereignty and is disrespectful. It also negates the 1994 genocide that was perpetrated against Tutsis. When that genocide occurred, they were there, and yet said nothing as children and the elderly were dying, their bodies thrown into lakes and rivers, with other victims left strewn all over the hills. Babies were being bashed against walls, and yet none of them said anything. Now they are quick to talk about Rwanda when we've become a country that protects the lives of its citizens and promotes unity and reconciliation. Now that Parliament decides to adopt such resolutions that both negate and deny the genocide.
The two parliamentary committees issued the following joint resolution on the matter. The baseless claim by the European Parliament that Paul Rusesabagina will not get justice in Rwanda is hereby denounced, and it should be remembered that many criminals extradited back to Rwanda from Europe and elsewhere received proper justice in Rwanda's courts. The resolution was approved by both chambers of Rwanda's parliament, and after being finalized will be translated and delivered to different institutions that include the European Parliament, the African Union, and the East African Community.